In this video, we're going to be talking about one of the hottest meme coins to hit the entire cryptocurrency market. Will this coin 10x, 50x, or 100x? Stay tuned to the end to get our thoughts on this upcoming new hot meme coin trend. What is up, guys? Welcome back to the Verse Crypto channel, the most savage and degenerate crypto channel out there. My name's Chris, and I'll be your host today. Before I'm on this video, smash that like button, hit the subscribe button, and turn on bell notifications so I keep you guys up to date with the latest, greatest news and information within this space. With that being said, let's hop right in this video. So to start off, the tokens that we're going to be talking about are DRC-20's. If you guys have been following the market for some time now, you've probably heard of DRC-20's. It's on x.com. It's all over the internet, and everybody in crypto is absolutely talking about it. And so essentially what DRC-20's is the BRC-20 token equivalent, but on the Dogecoin blockchain. So in this video, we're going to talk a little bit about what are DRC-20's. Then we're going to talk about one hot token that is a DRC-20 that, in my opinion, has the potential to absolutely explode. And then towards the end of this video, we're going to talk about the potential launch or startup of Dogecoin DeFi. So we got a lot of stuff to talk about, and let's just hop right into it. So the first question you might be asking yourself, what are DRC-20's, Chris? I got you. So to start off, Dogecoin users have imitated the ordinal structure from Bitcoin and built their very own Doginals. Basically what this means is they did an update on the Dogecoin blockchain, and they allowed it so that you can launch DRC-20's on top of Dogecoin. These tokens, similar to NFTs, but without using smart contracts, are the newest craze that is reminiscent of Bitcoin ordinals, BRC-20, that have been headlines for the last few weeks. Similar to BRC-20, which has the smallest denomination, Satoshi, Dogecoin users made SHIBs, the smallest denomination of Doge that can be tracked on the network. So the best way to really think about this is within a Dogecoin, you have SHIBs. And for every SHIB, you have one of these DRC-20 tokens basically built on top of it or just tagged to it. So anytime you transfer this one SHIB, it transfers the DRC-20 token with it. So you're basically assigning Dogecoin tokens or fractions of a Dogecoin token with a DRC-20 token, creating one of the first tokens built on top of the Dogecoin network. And so this is something that we saw similar on the Bitcoin network with BRC-20's, except the BRC-20's are assigned to Satoshis. So in my opinion, we're starting to see this really cool trend on proof of work blockchains. Not only does Dogecoin have DRC-20's, we also see BRC-20's on Bitcoin, and we're also starting to see LRC-20's on the Litecoin blockchain. So basically all across the board, this is a massive trend. Now, the reason DRC-20's really caught my interest has a lot to do with Dogecoin. Elon Musk loves Dogecoin. Dogecoin was one of the first meme coins to absolutely crush it in 2020. And there's a good chance that we will probably see some action from Dogecoin, not financial advice. And if we see some awesome action behind Dogecoin, I firmly believe that DRC-20's are going to explode because it's basically DeFi built on top of the Dogecoin blockchain. Now, coming over here, let's check out DRC-20.org. Now, DRC-20.org is the heart and soul of DRC-20's. DRC-20's were basically developed by Doge Laboratory, and also Doge Laboratory is building the infrastructure for anything DRC-20 related. On top of that, they also made a Doge Labs wallet. This is the main wallet that you're going to use to buy and trade DRC-20's. And then on top of that, scrolling up to the top, they have an NFT collection, they have a marketplace on Launchpad, and then they have Labradogs, which is exclusive to the Doge Laboratory. And these are just NFTs built on top of Dogecoin. Now, some things I want to point out. When it comes to swapping or just buying and selling DRC-20s, they don't have a DEX similar to Uniswap on Ethereum. They actually use a marketplace where you take your DRC-20 token, put up on an auction, and someone can come in and purchase it with Dogecoin. And so that right now, that's how things are being set up. There are projects that are planning on developing a DEX on top of DRC-20s, which I'll cover in a future video, so you definitely want to subscribe. You know what I'm saying? You know, show homie some love. Now, out of all the DRC-20 tokens, there's one that really stands out. It's also the #1 token by market cap, and the name of this token is DOGI. So DOGI was the DRC-20 token developed by Dogecinal Labs, and is actually one of the first tokens to launch on top of it. And the DOGI token equivalent is actually already on the Bitcoin blockchain with the BRC-20's. So in my opinion, DOGI is going to be the strongest DRC-20 because not only does it have utility, the team behind it is continuing to build and develop DRC-20s, and they're also continuing to add infrastructure to support essentially Dogecoin DeFi, which is absolutely awesome. So right now, the market cap of Doji is sitting at about $84 million. The bottom price of this token was about $1.50, and now it's sitting at about $3.88 at the time of this recording. Now, if you guys go over and you check out what's going on the Bitcoin blockchain and BRC-20s, from what I was looking at earlier at the time of this recording, already is sitting at about $1.6 billion, and then also the Satoshi's token is sitting at about $1 billion. Right now, Doji is sitting at about $84 million. Now, what that means is if Doji were to get to the same market cap as Ordi, you're looking at somewhere between, I would say, a 10 to 15x. So in my opinion, Doji has a lot of upside across this entire market. Also, on top of that, not only is Doji one of the top DRC-20s, we're actually seeing the launch of DRC-20s left and right across the board. So if you guys come over here to Coin Ranking, they have accurate prices for Doji. And on top of that, we see some awesome DRC-20 meme coins. There's one for Pepe. There's one for X, which is a really smart one. There's one called DCX. I believe this is a NFT club. Don't take my word for it. And the list just goes on and on and on. So in my opinion, based on what we saw with BRC-20s, I do firmly believe that Doji is going to be that #1 spot, just like we see with Ordi on BRC-20s. But also, one of these underlying tokens is going to take that Satoshi spot right under it. And there's a good chance that a team's developing it right now. Now, also, on top of DRC-20s, the one thing I also want to put out there is when these tokens launch, they go through a fair launch process. And essentially what you can do is you can go in, mint these tokens using Dogecoin, and just receive these tokens for free. It's the same thing with BRC-20s. Ordi was a free token that was claimed. Same with Satoshi. Same with almost every single one of them. And so basically, DRC-20 tokens are taking the same values of Satoshi Nakamoto and bringing it over to the Dogecoin blockchain. Now, if you guys want to get some more information about anything DRC-20 related, I highly encourage you guys to come over to Doge Labs and then check out Very Doge Labs. This is where you're going to get all the information you need about anything DRC-20 related. Now, my overall thoughts about Doji is that sooner or later, we're going to see Dogecoin go viral again like it did in 2020. There is some upside behind Dogecoin, but in my opinion, now that we have DRC-20s and Dogecoin DeFi, there's a good chance that this ecosystem could absolutely explode. And so based on the positioning of Doji, this would be a great leverage play for anything Dogecoin related, meaning that if Dogecoin were to appreciate in price and or market cap, not financial advice, a lot of that money from Dogecoin whales could potentially go into Doji as a speculative play to earn more Dogecoin, because that's something we see across every single blockchain. When you have a whale or someone who owns a lot of one token, they try to find really creative ways to basically increase their position. For example, for Ethereum, a lot of Ethereum whales got into Uniswap, and they use Uniswap as a way to get more Ethereum. And so this same practice is going to be similar to what we see with Doji with all the Dogecoin whales. Now, also, on top of what's going on with Doji and DRC-20's, I want to briefly mention something else that interesting that's going to be popping up that I'm seeing with Bitcoin Layer 2 scaling solutions and also DRC-20 Layer 2 scaling solutions. Now, believe it or not, Dogecoin actually has a sidechain that implements smart contracts, and the name of that sidechain is Dogechain. So for those guys who don't know, Dogechain, it's a layer 2 scaling solution for the Dogecoin blockchain. And basically how this thing works is you can approve smart contracts on this sidechain, and basically they're bundle up together and they go through the Dogecoin blockchain, they're approved. So it's basically similar to an optimistic rollup. There's just no privacy layer on top of it. And so the reason why I really like Dogechain is they're actually adding DeFi to Dogecoin, which is a proof of work blockchain. And this is something we're going to see with a lot of these proof of work blockchains is they're going to need side chains to have smart contracts, decentralized exchanges, meme coins, anything you can think of, pretty much anything you see on Ethereum. And so what I'm seeing with the build out of Dogechain is there's going to be an interesting collaboration where you're going to have Dogechain and then you're going to have these DRC-20's, and there's a good chance that you will be able to bridge over your DRC-20's onto the Dogechain coming into the future. So in my opinion, on top of having quote unquote smart contracts built on top of Dogecoin, we're also seeing these really awesome DRC-20's that tend to gain a lot of traction across the entire cryptocurrency space. And those two together could create an absolute explosion for this entire ecosystem that makes me extremely bullish. Now, if you guys want to go over and check out dogechain.dog, you can come over here and see what the team is building. They have NFTs, they got games, they got DeFi. I mean, think of anything you see on any popular layer 1 blockchain. And so on top of that, to give you guys an idea of where Dogechain is sitting at, it's sitting at about $27 million at the time of this recording. There's actually an extremely high FDV, fully diluted valuation. But overall, in my opinion, this could potentially be a play, not financial advice, but it could also be a home for these DRC-20 tokens. And as of right now, Doji at $84 million has a higher market cap than Dogechain. So essentially, DRC-20s are more valuable than the entire Dogechain layer 2 scaling solution. So you guys can kind of see where the popularity lies. But sooner or later, once these two worlds collide, we'll have an awesome Dogecoin DeFi explosion. Well, guys, that's it for the video. If you've got any comments or questions, leave them down below and let me know. Are you guys bullish on DRC-20s, or is that something you're just going to put in the back and just forget and just keep it moving? And before I wrap this video up, smash that like button, hit the subscribe button, and turn on bell notifications so I keep you guys up to date with the latest, greatest news and information within this space. My name is Chaos Chris. I love every single one of you guys. I'll see you in the next one. Peace out, y'all.